4 times a day. That woman, from what I hear of now, went straight to church, and she did not talk to me for 2 weeks.
And finally, Howard Stern may have a new flame. Reports say he's been seeing a lot of a certain blonde actress, Beth Ostrovsky. She appeared in the Ben Stiller movie.
Oh, nice the scale house to back everybody up on the highway and create a traffic hazard. Good job, scale house on the southbound side.
I remember Howard was nervous. I don't think Howard knows, and I think that a lot of it had to do with the fact that I was a little Catholic chick stuff. I think that had a lot to do with it. But I have to say, the second I met Howard's mother, she embraced me, and we have a connection like no other.
Well, I think you just have to meet that and fall in love with her. She's a very sweet young woman, and she is as nice inside as
I'll tell you one thing, if I get rear-ended, if the scale house is listening, if I get rear-ended, I'm going to be suing you guys also, so you remember that, you guys sitting in the scale house.
What is it, Sal?
Hey, Howard. Yeah. Who's that chick with your back? What's that all about?
Oh, man.
What's the matter?
What's the matter with you?
Are you sure you're eating sushi? I mean, exactly what type of sushi will you eat that night?
I'm going to eat your head. All you want to do is cut up your feet and boil them in hot water.
Hey, whatever happened to you?
Hey, if anybody in the scale house is listening, if I get rear-ended by being backed up onto the freeway here, I'm going to sue you guys. So you keep that in mind.
Oh, boy, this is scary. And she was living there, and he said she wasn't living there. You know, it was just crazy.
Howard Strainer and friends at Pinocchio. It just turned into a month, and then 6 months, and then a year, and then... But there were phases, you know, like, she stands in front of me. I give her one rule. You know, now she can be anything really fast. Now I let her keep stuff in the fridge. You know, so it went from step to step to step to step.
Hey, you know who sent me a nice note in the mail? Beautiful Sean Bagwell.
Oh, really? You know, ever since we...
With a phone number.
Can I tell you about that note? Can I tell you about that note? What are you reading this while about your mail?
Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous. And I think that note is just like, you know, I mean...
Well, I think he liked to get the number.
I think it's involved her... Gary, you are a real knower of things.
No, I mean, you gotta read on the lady.
Did you see the picture, too?
She sent me her com card. Com card and modeling, you know, all the modeling.
I'm sure you are.
And you know what I did? I looked her name up. I looked up her name on the website. She's got her own website with like pictures of her bikinis and thongs. And man, she's hot.
So now is that off limits then?
You got a girlfriend, me too.
That's what I'm saying. So is that off limits?
Yeah, I think so.
Hello, what's up? Yeah? Okay. MP3, yeah. Yeah. It's getting pretty close, but you're going to be heading this way, aren't you? Okay. Well, then I can get you this weekend I can get you a little iShuffle and load a bunch of songs onto it and mail it out to you. Hopefully no problems happen on the way out. The scale house has got their panties in a bunch. We're back. Yeah, we're backed up onto the freeway. I finally just now got in onto the scale lot and off the freeway. I got on the CB and said, the scale house has a CB, and if they're listening, if I get rear-ended out here on the freeway, I'm going to be adding you guys to the lawsuit. I hope you keep that in mind. A lot of these line haul guys, they tell me that in other state, California is the only state that does this. They'll back up onto the freeway, and most of the time won't close it, and to clear it out a little bit. They'll just leave them backed up on the freeway. In other states, as soon as they start backing on the freeway, they'll close the scales and start passing people by until they get the scale cleared a little bit. And in most states, if you come up and the scale's backed out on the freeway, they tell you don't wait, go around it, because they don't want you backing up on the freeway. I mean, they had one state where they did back them up onto the freeway, and I think it was a charter bus actually rear-ended one of the trucks that was waiting to get in the scale house. Then of course at that point, they tried to blame it on the truck driver, but he's like, hey, the law is I have to pull the scales, and what could I do? So they wound up having to drop it against him. But yeah, they said the majority of the states out there, if it's backed up onto the freeway, you go around it. But not in California. California's backed up on the freeway. It's just too bad, sit there. There was a couple of trucks behind me, a pickup truck. There was a couple of trucks behind me, and then a pickup truck. And car, I was watching the mirror, and a car came up on him really fast, and then had to brake really hard. As much money as he got, you think he could just lay low and stay out of trouble? He's been nothing but trouble since then. Okay, well, I know where Riverside County is, but I'm not sure where Reno Valley is. Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny when they rioted. A lot of people said, well, it's from 400 years of oppression. And I'm like, well, didn't they riot in like 69 or 67 or somewhere around there? Wasn't that about 400 years of oppression? So that means it's only about 30 years of oppression? Yeah. There's a website on YouTube I get on, and it's all about showing videos of cops.
Back out on the freeway out here.
Of cops being out of control. And I've watched a couple of them, and it's like people doing stupid things. I mean, there's like this one with this 80-year-old lady. She has a knife, and she's threatening people. And, the cops tell her, drop the knife, drop the knife, drop the knife. She doesn't drop the knife. And finally, they take her down, and yeah, she wound up getting hurt in the process. And people are going, oh, cops are out of control. She's an 80-year-old lady. How much damage can she do? And I'm like, well, why don't you go there and grab the knife from her? She's got a freaking kitchen knife. Yes, that could do some damage if she hits the right spot. I guess that her wrist broke when they took her down. She broke her wrist. But, it's like, don't be out there threatening people with a knife. I mean, I didn't see anybody else charging after her to take the knife away. They called the cops. Why? Because they didn't want to get stabbed. And then they're like, oh, well, the cops are trained. Yeah, well, the cops are supposed to be trained for this type of stuff. And, Like, well, if they would have tased her, then you would have complained about that. I mean, what else are they supposed to do? They can't hit her with a billy club. They can't tase her. Alright. Okay. Love you. Bye.